Hello and welcome, my name is William and today I wanted to talk about the ballistics of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I've been playing various video games, but just for fun, Ghost Recon Breakpoint attracted me because it's a gameplay which tries to incorporate stealth. But just for fun, I wanted to compare the shooting experience to real life, because why not? First thing is, in the game, you shoot tracer rounds all the time, which is a common technique used by developers, so you know where your rounds are landing. Well, yeah, except that it never happens in real life unless you're shooting some machine guns. To my surprise, the magnification on the optics and the reticles are quite on point. But then when it comes to shooting, well, the character has superhuman abilities. So your character is not affected by the recoil, and even shooting from a standing position, the rifles have maybe a 1 mil, so 4 MOA of wobble, which if you've been shooting even with a sling, this is really insane. Another problem is that you cannot engage with human targets past 500 yards and material targets past 700 yards. This is because they don't spawn, and I guess this is for not overloading your PC or your console. And that's very frustrating because sometimes you have line of sights that are beyond 1000 yards and you wish, if only you could see the target so you could shoot at it. The other ballistic curiosity is that although there is on average a constant 20 miles per hour wind on the island, when you shoot it's always straight.
Impact!
It's like bullets are never affected by the wind. But one good thing though is that you have bullet drop. And this is when things get interesting, because in game you're able to figure out, you can measure the distance between you and your target. Well, I can use a ballistic calculator to figure out if the bullet drop we see in game matches reality. I just needed to go in the game, get weapons that have a scope with mil graduations on the reticle, find something at a rather rounded distance like 600 or 700 yards, and compare what's the bullet drop in game and what's the bullet drop according to a ballistic calculator. If we shoot 5.56 or 2.23 at 600 yards, the drop in game is 5 mil. And according to shooter's calculator, the drop at 600 yards is 4.4 mils. That's around half a mil difference. Not too bad. What about 308 now, or 762? At the same distance, 600 yards, in game, my 762 drops 3 mils. And according to shooter's calculator, in real life, 600 yards, your bullet drops by 4.4 mils. So that's a bit different. We have now a 1.4 mil of difference, which is quite a lot, to be honest. And finally, let's take a rifle that in-game is supposed to shoot 338, and let's shoot at a 700 yard target. The bullet drop in-game is 2.5 mils. But now if I go to shooter's calculator and see what's the drop for 338, that's 5 mils. There's a 2.5 mils difference. But then in-game, the rifle I'm shooting is called TAC 50, which is supposed to shoot in 50 BMG. So what's the drop for 50 BMG? At 700 yards, that's only 4 mils. So again, we've gained, 1.5 mils in elevation, which means that maybe in game they're shooting some kind of wildcat cartridge, or I don't know. They have to, I guess, strike a right balance between enjoyment and realism. And in this game you don't have the possibility of adjusting the elevation of your scopes, and if you want to hold in game you're limited at 4 mils on the reticle, while a normal scope would have something around 10 mils in the reticle. So that was an interesting experiment, and of course a video game will never match real life experiences, but it was fun to see how close or far the developers wanted to be compared to reality. Thank you for watching, I hope it was interesting, and as always, be safe out there.